Working on the lock actuators for these bay doors. Some of mine work, some of mine did not work. And so I took off the back panel, which has a ton of screws on it, and got into here. And what I realized on both of mine was the lock actuators were working, but this top bar right here came off. So this is the bar that goes on for the lock, where we manually lock it. This is the one for the actuator, and this clip right here came out. So the lock actuators, if they do go bad, are GM lock actuators. There's a part number on here that is 504, I don't know if you guys can see that, 504 5877. The key is, when you order these, you want to look for the tops that are not riveted, that actually have screws, because we have to mount this on the mount that Bluebird gave us. The original ones were made by a place called Ameripride out of Dallas, Texas. I looked them up, I couldn't find these. These are about 25 bucks on Amazon or eBay. Amazon was actually cheaper than eBay. The other thing I found, let me see if I can go around the other direction. There's an adjusting screw with a lock nut on both sides. And that adjusting screw is right in here. So if you can see, there's a nut on both sides. And this nut here, if I can get in there, right here, got loose. So I had to get in there, adjust it so that this throw was out far enough, but not too far in, that when the actuator bar was hooked up to it, it wasn't dragging. So 1/2-inch bolt, got to get in there, tighten those up both sides, one on the inside, one on the outside, and they work fine now. So this is a reverse polarity actuator. And so on these actuators, when you hit the buttons one direction, it's going through one wire, positive. The next time you hit it to unlock it, it goes through positive, the opposite wire. So it switches back and forth. And that gives it the ability to lock and unlock. Here's the biggest thing I learned. This panel on the back, that's it sitting sideways, obviously has to be screwed on to the back of this. When I did it on the other side, I thought the holes were all lined up. I put all these screws in, and there are a ton of them, and the door wouldn't shut right. It was askew. So when you put these in, make sure that you're getting the panel on there exactly as it was. Otherwise, it will cause this door to twist a little bit, and it won't shut right. So if you don't know already, I think most people do, that is the bar that comes out. Let me see if I can get to do it manually here. Hold on one second. It might get a little weird on the... All right. So this is the bar. And so what happens is that pin pops in and out. And that's what locks our handles. All it's doing is throwing that pin into the hole that's here on the side of the handle. That's all it does. So when that's shut, that pin goes in there. Pretty simplistic design. But I've got them all working now, except for my water bay, which the wires are sitting there, but it's not hooked to anything. So this has been a project that I wasn't looking forward to, but it ended up not being that bad. So hope this helps.